Right, just an update video. I've been out and about in the car doing various sections of the Great Barr and Yew Tree, which I hope that you find of interest. I shall be doing a number of others as well, and all I'd ask is that you watch them, you share them, you make comments. That it'd be very much appreciated. I just wanted to make a couple of comments on a couple of candidates. Chris Worsley, who's been the Labour councillor here for 9 years. I've not yet seen any of his election material. What he's doing is, I presume, he and Labour are reliant on the postal vote and the pledges that they pick up, and they will be on the telephone and basically bombarding them with phone calls in the hope that they come out and vote. And if it's a low turnout, then that will mean that Labour will get in. It's important that as many people get out and vote, otherwise on a low turnout Labour will win. On Liam Abrahams and the Conservatives, you've already been bombarded with so many leaflets from the police crime commissioner, the mayoral candidates, both of whom I support, by the way, Jason Sohal and Andy Street. But at the same time, I shall be looking to hold them both to account and scrutinise. But what we have had on the Great Barr and Yew Tree, the Conservatives at one point did have Dawn Taylor as a candidate. Dawn's a local girl. She lives on the Yew Tree, and although I would have hoped to have stood myself for the Conservative Party, which is another story which will come out in a few more days, she was replaced, and she was replaced with Liam Abrahams. Now, Liam Abrahams is a Bedfordshire boy. He's only just moved on to the Great Barr 5 minutes ago. He's got no local connections. He has no history of local campaigning here. And just last night, he was out with another adopted Brummie canvassing people over in Great Barr. I mean, you look at the leaflets and it's the same as everybody else's leaflet, isn't it? I mean, the duties of a councillor, report potholes, look at after housing, look after the safety, look at improving policing, reducing crime by promoting crime prevention, so forth and so on. But there's very little in this. So that it talks about the Labour-run council letting us all down. Well, I think I've been telling you about that for some years now, and my work with the Sandwell skidder on such matters shows that I've been working on this for quite some time, and working on an anti-corruption campaign. So only the Conservatives can beat Labour in Sandwell. I think the Conservatives forget that we helped Nicola Richards in West Bromwich East. A lot of us got behind her campaign to get rid of Tom Watson. That was the first thing to do. And Tom Watson, the coward, dropped out of the campaign. The Labour Party then put Ibrahim Douglas in there, which again, he was just a carpetbagger. So things were aligned for Nicola Richards. People wanted change, and we went out there and we campaigned heavily for Nicola. It's that every Conservative vote is a step to a better council. Use your vote to hold Labour to account and help build a better council. Well, as an independent, I've been holding Labour to account and the council to account for some years. I've been putting matters out into the public domain about what's going on there and the corruption, so there'll be no change there. And if other Conservative candidates get in across West Bromwich East and through Sandwell, I'm more than happy to work with them as long as it's for the betterment of the community and it's about change in Sandwell Council. So give me your vote. You don't need to vote Labour, you don't need to vote Conservative, and God bless them, the Liberals. Sadie Smith was a very good community politician some years ago, but the Liberals, I'm afraid, have had their day, and Martin, I very much look forward to working on other matters, but I don't think now is the time for a Liberal candidate in West Bromwich East when we've got other people that are doing some of the same campaign issues that you're campaigning on. I'm not particularly keen on this, having somebody jump in 5 minutes ago thinking he can represent the Great Barr and Yew Tree. That's not what we want. You want a local candidate that will stand up for you, knows all the issues, has been there and has proved it, and has campaigned on many other issues across Sandwell for the betterment of various communities. I mean, just today there's been talk about Lion Farm. I was outside that council house and I was protesting about what was happening there and the sell-off of that green space and the football pitches. And obviously there will be more to come out on that, I'm absolutely sure. Over in Tipton, Prince's End, this was an absolute disgrace. They knocked down the sportsman for a Heron Foods. The brewery treated the community absolutely abysmally, and the council, despite having a request for it to be turned into an asset of community value, that all went up in the air. Prince's End is a very deprived area. It has very few amenities. The Sportsman was one of those places that was a community hub, and they should have kept it and improved it. It is an utter disgrace. Save our green spaces. I've been doing that for years. I haven't just found a plot of land over in Great Barr and thought, oh, I'll put my name against that. I've been talking about that plot of land for many years and creating a green bridge and saving that particular space and other green spaces around the area. Environmental matters. I've been working with Save the Sandwell Geese, Swan Watch. I'm a friend of Sheepwash Nature Reserve. I'm a friend of Red House Park, and that particular group are very proactive, and I've got much admiration for them, despite the fact that over the years they've had very little councillor support. The Commonwealth Games, I'm sorry, but I was opposed to it, and the way it's they chose the site is not right, but we're stuck with it now, so we have to do what we can with it. We campaign to get him out, and it might be the case that soon I might have to change the front of that one concerning our current chief executive. I hope we don't have to go down that route, but recent matters perhaps says that we have to, and he did go, and cheers to that. So I've been about a bit, I've done my bit, I know the stuff, I know the third sector, I know how to empower communities, I know the information you need, I know what you're being let down on, and I've been doing that for years. So all I'm asking you to do is consider when you're voting, do you want somebody that lives in Staffordshire, who has no real interest other than picking up his allowances and whose attendance at meetings is atrocious? Or do you want somebody that's come up from Bedfordshire, worked alongside the Conservatives, working on various campaigns, and then has been here 5 minutes thinking he can represent you with no local connection and no history of campaigning? On May the 6th, please vote for me, Darryl Magher, and let's make a change. Cheers. Thank you.